Hi guys, this is Arvind. Welcome back to Python Fundamental Series. In this video, we will go through looping statements in Python. Let's move on. So what is loop? Looping is a process in which we have list of statements that executes repeatedly until it satisfies a condition. Let's assume like I want to print number 0 to 10. So if I want to print without any loops, then I have to repeat the statement like print 0, print 1, print 2 like that 10 times. Instead of that, we can use for loop in loop statement, in loop, then we can execute the same statement for 10 times. That is the advantage of loops. Let's move on like what are the loops are available in Python. So there are like as you know like there are for loop and while loop are there. For syntax is quite simple. So let's assume like I have declared fruits one list over here. If I want to print all the fruits fruit items from the list, so if I have to write for x variable in fruits list print x, so it will iterate through this list and it will print all the items apple, banana, cherry. Okay, this is the for loop, and if I go to while loop, it behaves in a some different way. So it will execute the statement based on the condition met true. So let's assume like a equal to 1. I'm defining while a is less than 5, then only execute certain statement. Print a, and I'm incrementing the value a equal to. So for the first time a equal to 1, so it will print, and next time it becomes a plus 2, that means 3, a equal to 3, that means which is lesser than a, less than 5, so it will print. But next time it becomes 5, so which is not less than a, less than 5, so it will not print and it will exit from the loop. So this is the way like how while statement works. So depending on the business cases, we can decide what kind of loop we need to use. And there are certain keywords are there which would help us to exit from the loop, or we can skip the specific statement from the execution. If you use the break, so that will exit from the loop, and if you use the continue, then it will not it will skip the execution statement, but it will not exit from the loop. It will continue till that condition met again. Suppose for example like if you have declared like for loop for loop, you are looping list which is having 10 items. If you don't want to print or execute any statement at the value of 5 or index 5, then you can use continue, so that will not execute, but rest of the things will execute. So we can see it in see it more in the hands-on demo. Let's move on to Visual Studio Code for the demo. So I have opened the Visual Studio Code here. So let's me first I will go through the for loop. So for loop is a I am declaring for x. Let me put the problem statement. I want to print values 0 to 10 using loop. So for x in range of 0, 10. You can observe here I am using the range here. I have not declared any list, predefined list of 10 items, but I am using the range. So this is the beauty of Python, which provides lots of like built-in methods which makes like developer life easy. So if I use range, automatically it will take it from 0 to 10. Here 10 is exclusive, so it will take it from 0 to 9. So let's assume like here let's print x value. So what it does, it will print each value while iterating through the list. So it printed 0 to 9. So as I mentioned, like 10 is exclusive, so it printed 0 to 9. So if I want to print in a single line, so what I can do is here is comma end equals to comma space. So now if I run it, so it will print in a single line separated by comma. So separated by comma, it's printed. So let me go to declare one list over here. Num equals to x for x in range of 0, 10. I just want to show here how we can make a list using range here. So the similar way here, this also I can use instead of range here. This is the alternative way I declared here like num. So it will dynamically it will generate a list of 10 integers. If I run it, the output would be same. You can see the same output here. So this is how we can use the for loop. And if I go to while loop, let's see now. While, let's assume same. I'll take same sample there. A equal to 1. I declare a, and while a is less than 5. Okay. So I'll put a print here. Sorry, I forgot the syntax. Print a, and then a equals to a plus equals to 2. Okay, now what it does, every time it will add 2, and we'll see the output now. So if I remove this value, cut this one, if I run this one, so 1 3, as I mentioned, it printed only 1 and 2 which comes under, or which satisfies this condition. 1 is less than 5 and 3 is less than 5. Okay, so let's assume like if I want to use break statement. Okay, so I'll use the same thing here. So I'll remove this end condition, or let it be end condition also, not a problem. So if x equals to 4, then continue. Okay, so now what do we expect? If x equal to 4, it should not execute this statement, right? So let me remove this one. The result should be now, you can see over here, it started 0 1 2 3 4. 4 is not there. That means it's not executed this statement. So it passed that execution, statement from the execution, and it moves to the next iteration. So the next 5 6 7 8 9 are printed out here. So similarly, if I use break, then what will happen? So it printed only 0 1 2 3. It exited from the execution. So when you use the break, so this is how we can use while and for loop, and also we can use these keywords break and continue depending on our business logic. Okay, thank you for watching this video.